Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. America, from border to border and coast to coast, and all the ships at sea. Let's go to press. Hello, everybody. A happy Saturday to you. Is it Sunday in some places? Maybe. Sunday in Asia, I think. But a happy Saturday to you. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Hope you're all enjoying the weekend. And welcome to another Trippy Food live stream. This one is it's more of a grab bag. So essentially, we're going through some stuff that I picked up on different food runs. Some of the stuff is left over. I wouldn't say left over, but I picked up some extra stuff when I went to the Latin American grocery, which was Vallarta Supermarkets. So we had some things left over from that, and just some general things. So we're going to get started here pretty quickly. We've already had a rollicking, rousing crowd in the chat. We've kind of been going back and forth even before we started. So a lot of people are here already. The little number shows 7, but I think there's more than 7 people out there. Drew Horst just walked into the room. So welcome, Drew. Good to see you. We have Stoner Kitchen. We have Tom, old guy. Janice just came in because Stoner Kitchen said no Janice. Janice walked in the door. It's kind of like, if you remember, those of you who are old enough to remember the show Laverne and Shirley, whenever Laverne or Shirley or somebody in the room would say something like garbage, all of a sudden Lenny and Squiggy would come in and go, hello. So it was like their cue. So I'm not saying Janice is garbage. I'm saying Stoner Kitchen said no Janice, and then Janice came in and said, hey, everybody. So welcome, Janice. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Janice, our stalwart person who has been on every single live stream that we've done since we've been live streaming. So welcome, Janice. Good to see you. So again, we have a kind of a grab bag happening today. I'll wait to see if we get a few more people in the room. Maybe wait till about 10 after or so before we review our snacks and our beverage. Again, reminder that it is Trippy Food Beer Night, so we will be enjoying an alcoholic beverage in moderation today. Something I've been saving for a little while. I was hoping to do a review on this with Hillbilly Select Reviews, but we just can't seem to get it together. And like I said, this thing's been sitting in my refrigerator for a while. I don't know what to sit too long, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then, if I can hook up with him to do another review, then then we'll find something else and we'll do it. So there we go. Peter Griffin just walked into the room. Welcome, Peter. Good to see you. Always. Moderation. How do you eat that? I usually have my moderation medium rare with a habanero mango sauce on top of it. Hey, beyond satellites, it's Katie. Katie in the room. Good to see you on one of our live chats, Katie. You are always welcome. I am vicariously watching your preparation for the Coney Island hot dog eating contest. Well, I guess it's the Nathan's one. I think that's the one that you are training for. Watching you eat a bunch of hot dogs. Painful. But we're behind you. So Team Trippy Food is behind Team Beyond Seattle Eats for the hot dog eating contest. So good luck with that. Yes, Dude is in the room. It is Dude. He heard me talking and he assumed that there's food. So want to say hi, Doodle? Come on up. Let's say hi. Come on. Let's say hi. Here we go. It's Doodle, everybody. Doodle. Doodle, over here. Look. See? No? Okay. We'll put you back down here. I have snacks for you, so, let me know if you want snacks. I have snacks for you. I do have his snacks. I also brought his bowl of food in here, too. So, he doesn't have to keep running back and forth and everything. He probably will, but that's how it works. Did I miss anything? Nope. Everybody's just talking about Doodle. Yes, the Nathan's 4th of July contest. Wow. Yeah, that's it's a prestigious event, and it's a privilege just to be admitted to that contest. I would not have the gumption to participate in that contest. I would fail miserably. So more power to you, and we will be rooting for you and behind you on that one. So, are you going to try to try an extra hot dog every week or so? Well, let's see. 4th of July. How soon is that coming up? Maybe 3 weeks. That's like 3 weeks from now. So yes. So those who don't know, Katie from Beyond Seattle Eats is in training for the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on the 4th of July at Coney Island. So, Katie, did I see somewhere where you had participated in it before previously? That you had participated in the contest before? I thought I heard you say something about where you'd actually done it before, and you're hoping to break your record. But either way, like I said, a prestigious thing, and we're behind you on it. So let's see. It's about 5 after. We have 10 people in the room. Hey, John Debney in the room. Welcome, John. Always good to see you, John. Glad you could make us part of your Saturday afternoon for as long as you can stay. So everybody, please welcome back John Debney. Let's see. My personal best is 15 in 10 minutes. So if I can do 16, it'll be a win. This will be my 4th year. Oh, so like you're hoping to add a hot dog every year or something. But yeah. That would wreak havoc on me, but I think maybe the worst ones is like I've seen LA Beast do the ones where he's eating like Carolina Reapers. I think there was one where he ate like something like 14 Carolina Reapers. I am not prepared to endure that world of pain. I did those Carolina Reaper balls from Salvador Molly's in Portland, Oregon, and I was in gastrointestinal distress for 4 hours. 4 hours. And I'm not talking about like Montezuma's Revenge. I'm talking about like intestinal pain. I mean, actual pain, physical pain, fetal position pain for 4 hours. So those who can do it, more power to you. So let's see. I guess we had. I don't think I want to do a Reaper contest. Never say never. That's true. I guess you want to work yourself up to that. The thing about doing Reapers is I know that a lot of people purge when they do those contests. So I think they have to hold it down for a certain amount of time, and then after that time, they kind of go backstage and purge because they want to get that out of their system so it doesn't go all the way through their system. There's a show. It was on Netflix. It's narrated by Rainn Wilson. I can't remember the name of the show, but they talk about all these different contests, like that cheese rolling contest and everything. And one of the ones that they did is the pepper eating contest. And there was one guy that he waited too long, and he had ingested all these hotter than Carolina Reaper. There were like 6 hotter than Carolina Reaper. They were specially bred peppers, and he tried to get them out, and they wouldn't come out because he had waited too long. And so I can't even imagine the world of pain that he was about to endure. So yeah, it's a rough thing. Hey, Biff in the room. All right, welcome everybody. Welcome Biff. For those who do not know Biff Meat Slab, he was, if you watch, we did a Trippy Food episode with him where we did the Mountain Dew Major Melon. But also, if you go to the Reckless Eating We Go main show in Las Vegas, Biff features prominently in the Vegas We Go main show. So welcome to the room, Biff. I don't know. Is this the first time you've been in the chat? I don't know that I've seen you in the chat before, but welcome, everybody. Welcome, Biff Meat Slab. You have to boot after the other choice is a terrible one. The show is We Are the Champions. Yes, it is. That is an excellent show. I think I watched like maybe 4 or 5 of the different episodes and everything, but it's a pretty good show. The Faceless Gamer, when are you going to be doing another video with Matt? Well, Faceless Gamer, who hasn't been in the room before but is in the room now, so everybody please welcome the Faceless Gamer. I am going to be filming with Matt this weekend coming up. So we are going to be filming for the next We Go main show, not the next We Go main show, but we are filming for a future We Go main show in San Francisco. So we are very shortly, sometime this weekend or early next week, we are going to San Francisco for 2 days to film that. There will be some Trippy Food episodes come out of that, and there will be a We Go main show in San Francisco. So that the Faceless Gamer is the next time I'm filming with Matt Zion. Word is we are going to be joined by Chris Reckless. So that's kind of a special thing. It's an honor for me to participate in a We Go main show with the founders, Matt Zion and Chris Reckless. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be fun. Major Melon. It wasn't that great, Biff. It wasn't that great, I don't think. Yeah, I thought it was the first time, Biff. I don't think I'd seen you in the chat before. I made homemade chili, John King. John, may I suggest a Frito pie with your homemade chili? Firefly 59 is in the house. Welcome back, Firefly 59. I don't think we've seen you for a few weeks, but welcome back. You're always welcome here. That'll be fun spending a weekend with Chris. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not, because I haven't done that before. But like I said, I am honored to do that. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, we're far enough along, and we have enough people, I think. So we're going to review our snacks. So Chris is cool. Chris is cool, and Chris is he kind of gives off this vibe on the show that doesn't, I think, reveal his complexity, his depth when you actually talk to him in person, off camera, and everything. So I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I never done that. Would love to try the contest though. I've done a Marionberry pie contest. Wow. When I think of a pie eating contest, I always think of what was the movie? Was it Stand By Me? The blueberry eating contest? That was horrific. That's what I always remember. Firefly, Doodle is fine. Doodle is right here. He's just chilling right now. He heard me say the word doodle, and so he looked up. But he is fine, and he's chilling right here. So maybe a little bit later, we have his snacks here. We'll bring him back up for people to see once we get more people in there. What's the worst thing that you have ate and drank on Matt's channel? That's a tough one, because most of the worst things I've eaten and drank have been on my own channel. So what's the worst thing I ate and drank on Matt's channel? I'm trying to think of what was like really, really bad, I have a hard time thinking of it. Now, if you were to ask me what the worst thing I've eaten on my channel, I can tell you right away. But I've never eaten those things on Reckless Eating. So yeah, I've eaten some nasty stuff. Any collabs with MEP? MEP. MEP. Who is MEP? I don't know if that's an acronym or the person's name or the channel's name is MEP. So I don't know. Tell me what MEP is, and maybe we'll work out a collaboration. So speaking of collaborations, I don't see him in the room, but John Wisely of Wander Wisely, we did a collaboration with him that we released last week. So I don't know if you guys saw that or not. It was the what was it? The kettle honey habanero extra chips. We did that, so it was nice to branch out and introduce some new people. So unfortunately, Nuts hasn't done the contest. Oh, okay. Main event Pong. I would love to do stuff with main event Pong. He is local. Nuff is local. I think he's in maybe the Fontana area, like San Bernardino, out that way, which is only maybe an hour and a half from here. But yeah, I would love to do. Oh no, hang on a second. So Stone Kitchen, the answer is yes. We are doing a collaboration with Main Event Pong at the end of this month, I believe. So it's with Katie from Beyond Seattle Eats and with Nuff from Main Event Pong. We are doing a trio. And so I won't tell you what we're doing, but it should be very interesting. Been busy with new phone stuff. That's always a pain, because then you got to put all your contacts and all that other stuff back in there. So sorry I was late watching E3. That's okay. You are always welcome. The Cassandra, you're actually not late. You're actually earlier than you are sometimes. So there's no time limit. Nobody's punching a clock here. We're not keeping track. So welcome everybody. It's good to see everybody. Shoot, I spilled the beans. No, that's fine. That's fine, Katie. We didn't say what we're doing and everything, but it's okay to say that we are planning to do a collaboration. That's fine. Yeah, again, Katie, Nuff, and I are going to do a collaboration sometime before the end of this month, and it should be a lot of fun, I think. We'll see. All right, let's go ahead and start to review our snacks. Did I miss anybody? Is everybody? Did I acknowledge everybody who has come into the room? So no, I have not, because Tybalt just snuck into the room. So Tybalt, always welcome. Good to see you again. The day is going fine so far. And Elena is in the room. And Elena, I do not recognize your name, so I think you may be new to the chat. I don't know if you're new to the live streams, but you're certainly new to the chat. And welcome, Elena. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? You don't have to give this exact street address, but what area are you from? Because I don't recognize your name. And if you have been on the chat before and I've discussed with you and I forgot, then please forgive me. But if not, everybody, please give Elena a warm and hearty Trippy Food welcome. And Elena, tell us where you're from, what you do, I am new, but I watch all the videos from Delaware. Oh, cool. I love Delaware. As a matter of fact, I had a craving for, what is it, Royal Farms chicken the other day. I had a craving, and you can get that in Delaware. You can't get that out here, but yeah, Delaware is a cool place. We did a lot of cool stuff in my daughter Julie, who I haven't seen in the room yet. We did a lot of cool stuff in Delaware. So I'm trying to remember if we filmed Trippy Food episodes there. I don't know if we filmed Trippy Food episodes, but if you check our Instagram feed, there's probably a lot of pictures from Delaware on our Instagram feed. Let's see. Who is the worst person to collaborate with? Well, I have not had any problems with any of the collaborations I have done so far. So every collaboration that I have done so far has been a wonderful experience. It's been a great experience. We've stayed talking afterwards and stuff. I've not had a bad experience to collaborate with. So I really can't tell you that. I imagine there are people, if you listen to the rumor mill of people who have collaborated with people who say he is impossible to work with, or I can't deal with her, or whatever. But I have not experienced that. So the faceless gamer, I cannot. Can we call you faceless? Maybe just something shorter, sort of like Val, right? It's shorter than Valentino. So, yeah, I don't really know how to answer that because I haven't had a bad experience on a collaboration, and I haven't heard anybody tell me whatever you do, don't do a collaboration with this person. I would add that there are some people that doing a collaboration with them may not be a good fit. Let's put it that way. The personalities may not be a good fit. Like, for instance, Joey's World Tour. He is like this really over-the-top personality. And so I think doing a collaboration with him would be a little bit strange because he would be over on his, and then I would be like talking normally and saying like, okay, Joey, what do you think of this? So I don't know that would work, but I don't know that he's like, I don't know that he'd be a bad person to work with. So the Faceless Gamer, I really don't have a really good answer for you right now. Again, everyone that I've done collaborations with so far, Janice, Tom, old guy in Colorado, Katie, everybody I've done, and all the guys from Reckless Eating have not had a bad experience with anyone from Reckless Eating. They've all been good collaborations, so I can't tell you. Elena, also, I lived in Austin, Texas for 12 years. Also, no taxes. You're talking about state income tax? No state income tax in Austin, Texas. I also lived in Portland, Oregon, and in Portland, Oregon, they have no sales tax. No sales tax there. And then when I lived in Massachusetts, New Hampshire had no state income tax as well. So, hey, Lynn, ain't no one in the room. Good to see you, Lynn. Welcome, Canada. Well, I was going to say welcome, Canada, but I think Food Taster TV is already in the room. So Canada's already, and the Cassandra. So Canada is well represented today. Is it the audio crackling or is it my speakers? I don't know. Let me ask everybody. What do you think? What do you guys think? Audio okay? Video okay? Let me know. We need to petition to get Val on Hot Ones. I don't know how well that would work because Stoner, because Katie and I did the Hot Ones. What was it? The Hot Ones XXX, Last Dab XXX, and it was, I'm not gonna lie, it was painful, but it wasn't like you see the people on TV who do that, who they're like, oh my god, start crying, forgetting who they are and everything. So I don't know. I mean, it might be boring to see me on the Hot Ones. I don't know. What do you think, Katie? What do you think? Let them know. It's probably your speakers because it sounds fine to me. Okay, cool. Thank you, Janice. It is Trippy Food Beer Night, Drew, and we are about to review our snacks and beverages. So we'll do that, and we will tell you what beer we are trying. What is the worst pizza you ever ate? Well, aside from frozen pizza, because it's really hard to get a good frozen pizza. Probably was at a Domino's. Although I've had some good Domino's, but I mean, and I'm going to say good, not exceptional, but good Domino's. And I've had some really, really bad Domino's. So I'm thinking like it might have been a Domino's pizza that I had that wasn't good. Who is the best person you collaborated? Oh, I'm not going to go there, Faceless Gamer. I have enjoyed every collaboration that I've done so far, and I mean, just on a personal level, these are like really wonderful people, and it'd be really, really hard to to pick anyone out. So just I guess just so that I can be diplomatic, why don't I say the best person I collaborated with was my daughter Julie? How's that? Does that work for you? Having a great time. Wish I was on Wi-Fi using data. Oh yeah, so it's probably kind of grainy and yeah, not fun. It's crackled a couple times for me, but it's overall maybe it's me that's crackled. Who knows? Let's see. Think we'd both be boring spice-wise on hot ones. We'd interview well. Yeah, I think you're right, Katie. Yeah, we would be boring because I think they'd be giving us stuff and they go like, try this, and we'd be like, that's pretty good, but it's more burn and less taste, and so like, yeah, we wouldn't go so well. I think they try to intentionally pick people who don't do a lot of hot stuff so they can get that kind of reaction from them. Like maybe they even do some sort of pre-screening or something along those lines. So. Okay, I think let's stop here. But please let me know. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anything? Did I not respond to anybody? Let me know. Are you ever going to do a collaboration with competition eater Raina, Matt's friend? I've done collaborations with Raina. Go back and watch our, what is the name of that chicken place? The hot chicken place. I did collaborations with Raina. She is on our, I think she's in our Disgusting Food Museum video, and she's also in the, what is it? I want to say Screaming Hot or something like that. Something like that. We did a hot chicken thing. I don't think she's in the Trippy Food video because I think the Trippy Food video was just me doing a review. But I'm in her video where we're doing a contest where we're doing different pieces of chicken, and one of them is extremely hot. One of them is like Reaper hot, and she got the Reaper hot one, so she got it. Val, have you ever tried an avocado donut? I can't remember. I've been to both avocado festivals in Southern California. So there's the one in Carpinteria and the one in Fallbrook. And I've had a bunch of different avocado things. I've had avocado cake, avocado shakes, avocado, all kinds of avocado stuff at the avocado festivals. But I don't remember if I had a donut or not. I'm not sure. Have you reviewed the new BK chicken sandwich? I have, Stoner. That was, I think, maybe about 3 weeks ago. So I won't tell you how that went, but just go back and check that. We did do the BK chicken sandwich. Yeah. And then you can find out whether I thought it was good or not. You come in clear, Val. Thank you, Firefly. Because time's a waste, and we're almost like half an hour in. We have not even reviewed our snacks yet. So let me go ahead and do that. Hey, Jack is in the room. Snackhead Cowboy. Everybody, please welcome. Now the UK is represented. We have Jack, the Snackhead Cowboy, in the room. Everybody say hello. All right, so let's go ahead and review our snacks. So let's see. I'll start this order. So our first one is going to be, these just look interesting. These are Pepe's El Original. Maybe El Original, maybe is original even a Spanish word? Pepe's El Original Estilo Casero Tiritas Homestyle Pork Cracklin Strips, red pepper flavored. Chicharrones con grasa. Grasa, I think, is fat. So it's like chicharron with pork fat. Now, it does say red pepper flavored. There's a picture of a pig with the words red pepper on it. The ingredients are not specific. It just says red pepper. Now, for me, Carolina Reaper is a red pepper, but a bell pepper, red bell pepper, is also a red pepper. So all bets are off on what kind of red pepper this is, but it has red pepper flavor, so I'm looking forward to it. I think not everything in here is going to be spicy. Let's see. Pepe's El Original is from Rudolph Foods. They're in Beaumont, California. Let's see. Let's do, yes, these. So these are Sabritones, chile and lime flavored puffed wheat snacks. Now, this is from Sabritos, and Sabritos is a Frito-Lay company. but this branch of this Frito-Lay company, they're from Frito-Lay, Mexico. And this was a suggestion by John King. Since John King's birthday was last weekend, I thought we would do him a favor and actually try these. So, and John did suggest that we try these with bean dip. So we are going, we got some, I didn't put it in the picture and everything, but we did get a bean dip. Now I wanted to go basic on this one, so I just got a Fritos bean dip, and I got the Fritos hot bean dip. In the words of Harrison Ford, I got a bad feeling about this. We'll see. So I got a hot bean dip, but I also to put on it, I wanted to try something interesting. So this is Private Selection, which again is the Kroger brand, and this is raspberry and chipotle pepper salsa. So I got this to put on it as well. So we're going to change it up a little bit. So we're going to take John's suggestion of doing the bean dip, but we're also going to put this on it as well and try that. And if I have anything else left over or hanging around, maybe we'll try that as well. Let's see. Where do you find all these snacks, Val? Okay, well, thank you for mentioning that, Firefly. These, I want to say I got these at a convenience store, a little convenience store here in Southern California. So they have a lot of these things, like the Mexican Fritos. Somebody was asking about that, the Mexican, I don't want to say Chipotle, the, what is it? The Fritos that I did on here, the Mexican Fritos that I did on here, I got those at a convenience store, and I got these at a convenience store too. But your most Latin American groceries should have this. The $1.49 only thing scares me a little bit, but we'll see. Before everybody came in, somebody, I think maybe it was Stoner, mentioned that it's like eating Captain Crunch, where it tears apart the roof of your mouth. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's where I got that, and then the Pepe's chicharrones I got at Vallarta Supermarket. We'll do it as we go. Had garlic pork rinds a while back. Those were delish. Sound delish. Maybe a ripe jalapeno, so red. Maybe, Katie, but they don't say. They don't say. They just say red pepper. So it could be anything. Could be a bell pepper Carolina Reaper blend. We don't know. We just don't know. Let's see. Love it salsa. Peter, you're going to, okay. So people are talking back and forth. That's okay. What is your favorite flavor of chips and dip? Typically, I don't do a lot of dips with chips, although I do like the there's a ranch dip, a ranch powdered ranch dip powder that you use to make ranch dressing that has Frank's hot sauce in it, and I like that. But I guess it depends on the chips and what I pair that with. My favorite chip anytime is there's a company called Keogh's, Keoghh, I think it is. Maybe there's a U in there or something. I think it's Keoghh. It's an Irish company. They make some really interesting ones. I think for St. Patrick's Day one year we did their shamrock flavored ones. I don't know, it was weird. But they do one called flame grilled Irish steak, and they actually use powdered meat to make those chips, and I could just like sit there and eat a whole bag in one sitting and just like go like, oh my God, I need more of these. So that's probably my favorite chip. I don't know that I would even use a dip for that. Maybe like A1. I might dip that in A1 or something because it has that meaty taste on the chip. But you know, I like to change it up a little bit, try different dips, try different chips and stuff like that. So hope that answers your question. We saw the Sabritones at Big Lots. Yeah, they have them in a bunch of different places. So here, at least here in Southern California. I don't know about other places. Buffalo chicken with everything pretzel chips. Buffalo chicken dip with everything pretzel chips. Who does the everything pretzel chips? Because I have not seen those, Katie. Hey, so John, your ears must have been burning because people were asking about collaborations, and I did mention your name. So Wander Wisely, John Wisely. Is it John and Jody? Are you both on, or is it just you, John? But Wander Wisely in the room. Everyone, please give them a warm and hearty Trippy Food welcome. And the Trips are in the room as well. It must be Canadian Day because we have a room full of Canadians. We got Lynn 801. We've got the Cassandra. We've got who else we got? We got Food Taster TV, and now we have the Trips. Which Trips do we have? Are we just Steven today, or do we have like all three of you guys? Let me know. And Icefish is back in the room. Good to see you again, Icefish. Doodle's like tapping my hand. I don't know if that means he wants a snack, but we can oblige him. What do you think? Salmon jerky? Huh? Salmon jerky? Salmon jerky it is. I'll pop back on a little bit. Got to go visit the camper neighbors. All right, Firefly, we'll be here, I think. I'm gonna give him half of this or a piece of this. I'm not gonna try this because it smells nasty. See if he likes it. He's looking questionable about it too. I'm gonna put that there, Doodle, and if you like it, you're gonna have it. Oh, Eric with you right now. Okay, Eric, cool. We're changing it up. Good to see you, Eric. Well, I saw you last night. It was the Trips did. They usually do their Friday night live stream, so we were on last night. Oh, you know what? The thing is, I switched over and I missed it. Eric, how did it go with the anchovies? How did it go with the anchovies? I missed that part. I mean, I suppose I could go back and watch the video, but you know, I'm in the middle of doing a live stream right now. So. We got a full room today. So many familiar faces. Yeah, we do. It's this says 21 up here. I think that's the largest number that's ever been. So cool. Salty. Yeah, but did you like it, Eric? Because so yesterday on the Trips live stream, they were going to get a pizza, but they were asking for suggestions, but they wanted to do things that they'd never had before. So I think they ended up ordering a pizza that had anchovies, I would say anchovies, artichokes, and what was the other one? Spinach, I think maybe. And so none of them had anchovies, and they were kind of you know. They were kind of like, we don't know what this is going to taste like. So I was just asking. I know I realize that they're salty, but you know, what did people think, Eric? Anchovies made into a dressing poured over roasted potatoes, very nice. Yeah, I mean, you use anchovies when you're making Caesar salad, right? Caesar salad has in it. I buy and use Hidden Valley ranch seasoning on my food, but not the spicy one because I cannot eat any hot and spicy food because I have acid reflux. That's a problem. Yeah, set up my acid. I think Hidden Valley might be the one that does the Frank's hot sauce ranch dressing. So, oh, anchovies, zucchini, and feta cheese. That's what it was. Yeah, I think I voted for spinach, but zucchini won. So, but Eric, how did let us know? I mean, I will go watch the rest of the video afterwards. But let us know how each one was received. That was interesting. All right, let's back to snacks. Let's see. Where did I leave off? I left off here. These are Simple Truth Organic, and that is a Kroger brand, Kroger house brand. So your friendly neighborhood Kroger grocery should have those. Our local Kroger grocery is Ralph's, and that's where I got these. These are Simple Truth Organic, maple pecan. One moment, please. Simple Truth Organic Maple Pecan Baked Puffs from Kroger in Cincinnati, Ohio. Chicago, 60609. From Kroger in Cincinnati, Ohio. And they just look interesting. Maple Pecan Baked Puffs. They look like shrimp. They look like some kind of fried shrimp. But they're not. That would be interesting. I love maple. Let's see. Anchovies didn't win as over. I think Steve didn't mind that. There's a difference between liking and not minding. So we all agreed we'd never order them as a topping on purpose. Well, yeah, but you gotta try, right? You gotta try them once. Then you did. So more power to you. I voted for spinach too. Spinach is really good on pizza. I agree. So I like basil on pizza too. Basil's nice. For me, too salty and too strong a fish flavor. It is. It's much stronger than even like sardines. But glad to try them for the first time. And I'm glad you tried them for the first time, Eric. So you should always try something once. I used to say with my kids, speaking of my kids, where are they? I used to say with my kids, they would say like, oh, Dad, that's disgusting. And I'd say, oh, I didn't realize you had this before. And they said, we didn't. I'm like, oh, well, then you can't say it's disgusting, but I'll make a deal with you. You try a bite. And if you don't like it, you can say it's disgusting. And they would do that, and then we'd go like, oh, Dad, that's good. In this case, they would have tried an anchovy. Go, Dad, it's disgusting. But again, more power to you for trying. If the Trippy Food collaborate, it would be a Trippy Trips. We did collaborate, Food Taster TV. We did why am I not thinking? Iowa pickle wraps. We did Iowa pickle wraps with the Trips. So go back and watch that video. We did it. We probably even made a joke like that. Made some sort of comment about Trippy Trips or something along those lines. But Food Taster, we did do a collaboration with the Trips. Again, it always comes back to collaborations, doesn't it? What is your favorite food company, and what is your favorite food that they make? Let me. I tell you what. I just want to get through the other snacks, but hold that thought and ask me again afterwards, and it'll give me time to think about that. But I got to cover all the snacks and everything because we're already half an hour in. Justin Reeves in the room again. Justin, I do not recognize the name. I'm not sure if you've been here before. Maybe you've been on the. Maybe you've participated in the live stream, but you've never been in the chat. Either way, I don't recognize the name. Welcome, Justin. Justin, where do you call home? What is home for you, Justin? And again, I don't need the street address. Just the general closest metropolitan area. How's that? Agree. Never be afraid to try new things. Absolutely. Unless you're allergic to them, then I would say highly advise you don't do that. But if you're not allergic to them, yeah, absolutely try new things. Ever tried Gentleman's Relish? It's an anchovy paste you have on Melba toast. No, that sounds interesting, but it sounds like maybe we should do it on a live stream. I don't know if you make it or you just buy it as is, but either way, Icefish, I'm going to look into that, and we'll either do it on a live stream or we'll do a Trippy Food episode. Thank you for the suggestion. Val, wear a cowboy hat. Well, it's not going to happen right now. I'll have to do it in the future. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what, John King. If you watch, let's see, did I do? Yes. Go back and watch the Trippy Food episode that we did at the Pioneer Saloon in Good Springs, Nevada, and I'm wearing a cowboy hat. So I think we've already taken care of that. Done. Good. Review the rest of your snacks. Thank you, Janice, for keeping me in line. Faceless Gamer is in North Carolina. Oh, okay. I don't know anyone from North Carolina, so now we do. We did 1, 2, 3. We did 3. Our fourth snack, our last snack. And this is black velvet cake from Las Negras Reposteria in Medellin, Colombia. And this is something that when they make this fresh in Colombia, it's like a big Colombia thing. I don't know if Claudia's ever made it before, but I think like some people in her family have made it. It's they call it a red velvet cake, and it is delicious. It's really moist and rich and dark, and it's really, really good. I don't know how this is pre-made, sliced, and packaged, but we're about to find out. So, but it is from Las Negras Reposteria in Medellin, Colombia, and we're going to try this. And I'm sorry, and this I got at Vallarta Supermarket, which is a Latin American grocery. There. Now, again, I did mention that it is Trippy Food Beer Night, and so I have this. This has been sitting in my refrigerator for a while because I was going to be doing a collaboration with John from Hillbilly Select Reviews. We've never gotten around to do it. I don't know why. We've crossed signals and we've just never gotten together to do it. But this is burning a hole in my refrigerator, and so I decided I was going to try this. And then if John and I can get back together and do something, we will do something else. So I'm going to do this one today. This is going to have a little bit of a hard time with the pronunciation on this, but I'm going to go ahead and give it it's from Stone Brewery. Stone Brewing is I forgot where Stone Brewery is from. You guys can look it up. But this is I'm going to say Xocoveza. That could be wrong. I'm not going to turn this upside down so you can read it. I don't know why Stone Brewing did that. I think this is something they did either last year or this year, where they printed all the cans and bottles upside down. This is the top of the can. It's printed upside down. I believe it's called Xocoveza. It's imperial stout inspired by Mexican hot chocolate. And if you have not had Mexican hot chocolate and you can find a place that has it, I highly advise, even if you're not a big hot chocolate fan, I highly advise that you try Mexican hot chocolate. But this is inspired by Mexican hot chocolate. So the ingredients are English Challenger and East Kent golden hops, cocoa, coffee, peppers, vanilla, cinnamon, nutmeg, and lactose. So I think this is going to be this is probably going to be really good dessert beer, and probably something that would go very well in a beer float. But there's peppers in it, so it's going to have a little bit of spice to it too. I'm really, really looking forward to that. As a matter of fact, we're going to start that. We'll do that first. What do I do for a Klondike bar? I will remind everybody that this is a family channel, or a family-friendly channel. Let's put it that way. So I will reserve judgment for being able to say what I would do for a Klondike bar. Cheers, Brother Val. Are you taking off, John King? Or are you just saying cheers? So I did not know. I like their. I'm not a big fan of IPAs, Stoner. I think we might have done 1 or 2 IPAs on the live stream, but not a big fan of IPAs. To me, they can be like too bitter or sour. I'm not really crazy about that. But I'll do them every once in a while. I mean, with some things they go really well. I think they go really well if you're eating fish. I think they go really well with that. Hey, Sonic Jet in the room. Welcome, Sonic Jet. We are just about to get started. So I think what I would do is I will crack open our beverage first, and then that way we can enjoy that while we're eating our salty and spicy and savory snacks. So we do have our handy dandy food and drink ultimate foodie quiz cards that we always pretend to read from. Valentina, will you ever fill your room with big blocks of red, green, and blue Jell-O and eat it? No. Is there a practical reason for doing that? I might do something in Jell-O, but filling the room with big blocks of red, green, and blue Jell-O and eating it, it doesn't sound practical. I mean, how long would it take me to eat my way through that? Okay, so let's read a card, and then I'm going to open up our beverage. So, our first question, as he holds the card upside down. Our first question. Why are there crossed palm trees in front of most In-N-Outs? Maybe this is a Southern California question, but because those of you from other places, if you're not familiar with In-N-Out, In-N-Out is a Southern California burger chain. They've expanded to maybe like 3 or 4 different states, but they're pretty much western states. Why are there I think there might be one in Texas. Why are there crossed palm trees in front of most In-N-Outs? I will put that on the back burner. I will turn that volume down, and we are going to open up our beverage. But I don't want to ignore the faceless gamer, so I will answer the question, what is your favorite food company, and what is your favorite food that they make? That is a tough one because most food companies are going to make prepared foods, unless you're talking about like a fast food or like a chain restaurant or something. But you're not asking what is my favorite restaurant. You're asking what my favorite food company is. That is a tough one to pick the company and my favorite food that they make. Yeah. Okay. How about this? So I'm going to say my favorite company is Snyder's of Hanover, because I like their hard sourdough pretzels. And so, like, for me, that's a great Saturday snack, is the hard sourdough pretzels from Snyder's of Hanover. I think it's going to have to work for now, because it's like, like somebody say, who's your favorite child? Well, I have like 200,000 children. If you compare to food, it's really hard to pick a favorite. So I'm gonna say Snyder's of Hanover, because I like their hard sourdough pretzels, and I hope that works. I miss the Buffets. You mean like Jimmy? No, I'm kidding. I know it says buffets. Yeah, but at the same time, buffets have been problematic, not just because of COVID. I remember when I was working in New York City. This would have been about 2001. When I was working in New York City, there was somebody who was walking around to buffets, like like salad bars, buffets, and they had a spray bottle, and they were spraying feces and urine on the food. There's been videos. I'm sure you've seen the videos of like mice running around on the buffet tables and everything. So buffets have been kind of problematic. I think they've changed their model now. So some of the buffets that are still open, when you go in there, everything's behind glass, and there's a guy with a plate, and he said, you just point to what you want. He puts it on the plate, and he gives it to you at the end. They had to change because of COVID, but like I said, they were problematic even before COVID. So there's always, people are answering the question. I'm not going to jump to that. Have you had or tried WWE Stone Cold's beer? I have not. I imagine it's WWE is not the brand. So who makes that beer? And if we can find out and they still make it, well, maybe we'll try to get it. Speaking of restaurants I don't have access to, I wish they had a Del Taco so I can try their Mexican pizza. Well, Drew, I would caution you that Del Taco is not as great as people make it out to be. I have had bad experiences at Del Taco. The only good experience I had is if you go back and you watch when we were on the We Go main show road trip to Las Vegas, and we stopped at the oldest and the original Del Taco in Barstow, California. They did a carnitas burrito that was really, really good. But in general, have not liked a lot of stuff. All right. Julie is not here to rate my pour, unless she snuck in and I didn't see her. But she's not here to rate my pour. That did not go all over the desk, so I'm happy about that. I hate pouring out of cans. Again, we are using the tornado glass. There is a scientific name for it, and people always write what it is, but I always forget it. So this is the one that has that the etchings on the bottom of the glass that create bubbles. So it always has a bigger head than it has any right to. I think I should be able to fit this whole can in here. That head is going to grow larger because of all the bubbles at the bottom. I didn't get napkins. I don't know what I was thinking. I did not get napkins. I'm going to let this settle for a second. It's so dark that you cannot see the bubbles in there. But again, the etchings on the bottom is probably causing a tornado of bubbles. And I think this head's going to grow. Let's see. I like PepsiCo. They make tasty chips and drinks. Okay, sure. Okay, some of them. Not really. I'm not a big Pepsi fan. I guess you'd have to be specific. They're in the shape of a V to shade kumquat trees. They are kumquat trees, Tom. They are kumquat trees. Let's see. My favorite food company is Mondelez. They own a bunch of big brands, including Oreos and Cadbury. And my favorite product would have been any of the chocolates that they make. I know that we've done some Mondelez products on our live streams. I just can't remember which ones they were. We've done some. I don't think they were horrible, probably. Seafood company and their Faceless Gamer, which seafood company and their chicken nuggets? Is there a company called Seafood Company? Let's see. Are you a WWE fan? No. When I used to watch wrestling, that was back in like the 70s. When it was like Bruno Sammartino, Chief Jay Strongbow, Freddie Blassie, Professor Tanaka, Juan Caruso, Haystack Calhoun. It was back in the day. Andre the Giant was wrestling back then. Mil Mascaras. That's when I used to watch it. I have not watched it in years. Del Taco used to be Noggles. No. Del Taco started out as Del Taco, but Del Taco purchased Noggles. So they grew after purchasing Noggles. So Noggles used to be something else before they became Del Taco, but that's the association. Frito-Lay is awesome. Frito-Lay is okay. Live here in Alhambra. Alhambra. We used to have both Noggles and then turned into Del Taco and Pioneer Chicken on Valley Boulevard and Atlantic. Now it's Popeyes and Starbucks. Yeah, all the Pioneer chickens are gone. I think there's maybe 2 left. We did one Pioneer Chicken, but it was in Koreatown, and they're not even a Pioneer Chicken anymore. I'm gonna kind of break that down a little bit. I mean, I'm sure the foam tastes delicious, but I want to taste the beer and not so much of the foam. Cheers. Wow. Wow. That is the most unique drink I've ever tasted. I can't say that it immediately takes me to Mexican hot chocolate, because there is that alcohol taste to it. I think it's 8.1 ABV. 8.1. It's a little bit higher than your standard beer. There is that bite from the chilies. There is a chili, like a chili bite to it. But there's all that sweet stuff in there too. There's cocoa, there's coffee, there's vanilla, there's nutmeg. It's spicy, it's sweet. It's I don't know if you've ever had cafe de olla. It kind of reminds me of like a cafe de olla. This is delicious. It's absolutely delicious. I think maybe the alcohol is a little bit too strong to call it like to have it as like a dessert beer, but it would make an excellent float. I would use it with like vanilla bean ice cream. I would not put anything else in besides vanilla bean ice cream in this, but this is outstanding. This is really good. That's a thumbs away. That's 2 thumbs up. That's 2 thumbs up. And if Doodle had thumbs, I'd ask him to put his thumbs up because this is really good. It's outstanding. It really, really is. Some of the Stone beers are hit and miss, but this one is really, 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 really good. You know what? I think it's going to go really, really well with that black velvet cake. Maybe we should do that first. So maybe the order, I think we'll do the maple pecan puffs first, and then we'll do the black velvet cake, and then we'll get into the spicy, savory stuff. How's that? Let's see. What did I miss? See, hear Christmas music for some reason. Not on this end. There was no music on this end, so I'm not sure. Maybe it's outside. That's cool. On Main Street in Alhambra, they're replacing Arby's with Jollibee. Oh, well, that's a benefit. Not that I don't like Arby's. Arby's is okay, but you know, Arby's is old school, and Jollibee's kind of the new kid on the block. There have been Jollibees in Southern California for a while, but not widespread. I think really they're kind of exploding in the U.S. right now. For those who don't know, Jollibee is a Filipino fast food restaurant. And we did, several years ago, we did a review of Jollibee. So check on our channel and see if you can find the Jollibee review that we did. And you get an idea what Jollibee is. But yeah, Sonic, cool that you're getting a Jollibee. If I'm not mistaken, Jollibee has, their headquarters are certainly not here, but they have a big building in, it's off I-10. It's either 10 or 60. They have a big building there. I don't know if it's like their local headquarters or something like that, but so I think they're renewing their presence here. I think they just opened one in New York City for the first time. I just drink cappuccino. Cappuccino is good. From Starbucks, cappuccino from Starbucks is okay. The problem is the coffee. Starbucks has a tendency to burn their coffee. I think they roast the beans too long, and that's what I don't like about Starbucks. But you know, cappuccino is good. There's a Noggles in Stanton and Fountain Valley. I've been to the one in Stanton. Well, Janice, we're going to go to them. We're going to. I don't want to give away too much, but we're going to do a collaboration with Janice where we're going to actually go to Noggles, the Noggles that started back up after they were purchased. So they went back and purchased the Noggles name, and they tried to revive the Noggles menu prior to them being bought by Del Taco. So ZZ Top or Kiss. ZZ Top or Kiss. I'm gonna say no on that one, because A, how would you disguise those beards with makeup? B, I think Billy Gibbons is a superior guitarist to well, who's the Tommy Thayer is their current lead guitarist. It was Ace. Well, they've had a few. They've had Ace Frehley. They've had Vinnie Vincent. They've had who else? Other guitarists. Billy Gibbons is a superior lead guitarist to them because of his unique bluesy style. The other ones, they're kind of noodlers a little bit. And I think who is it? Frank Beard, I think, is a better drummer than Peter Criss was, and I don't remember even the name of the current guy. So kind of disagree with you there. This is where you can buy WWE Stone Cold's Broken Skull 4-pack. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I will check that out. I will definitely check that out, and we'll see if we can maybe next Trippy Food Beer Night we'll do those. That'd be good. Always appreciate suggestions. I like other versions of fried chicken and sweet spaghetti. Yeah, but there's a good as well. Jollibee's good. Did I miss anything? Ace Frehley, good guitar player in Kiss. Yeah, Ace Frehley was probably. I liked Ace Frehley's style. He wasn't flashy or anything. I liked Ace Frehley. He was probably like the best thing about Kiss. But you know, now they dress somebody else up in his costume. So, did you guys hear about Metallica suing because of COVID? Suing who because of COVID? Amy. Oh, I'm talking to Amy Cakey, and I'm not acknowledging the fact that she just walked in the room. Welcome to the room, Amy Cakey. Good to see you. Kiss doesn't have those cool spinning guitars like ZZ Top does. Yeah, but ZZ Top does not have fireworks that shoot out of the guitars like Ace Frehley used to. So, you know, it's a trade-off there. You know, if you're talking about shows, I think Kiss had a better show than ZZ Top. ZZ Top had a great show. They used to have live animals on stage and stuff. They had a thing with the conveyor belts and stuff. But I think Kiss probably beats them on show. But as far as songs and as far as talent, I think ZZ Top beats them. My opinion. Not everybody might agree. Let's go back to our cards. And our question was, why are there cross palm trees in front of most in and outs? I want to read Tom's answer first because it was the best. Tom's answer was, they are in the shape of a V to shade kumquat trees. That's my favorite answer. Maybe not the correct answer, but my favorite. The Cassandra said Harry Snyder thought that they looked cool. The idea for the cross palms comes from the 1963 It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, in which they search for treasure beneath the 4 cross palm trees. Janice Yamanaka said the cross palms are to signify the very treasure in the movie The Mad, 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 Mad World. The founder of In-N-Out felt that each restaurant is a treasure. And you are absolutely correct. It is because the founder, Harry Snyder, did it as a tribute to the 1963 film It's a Mad, Mad, Mad World. So you're absolutely correct. 10 points to every one of you. Write that down somewhere because I'm not keeping track. And we stick our card over here. And let's get ready for our first snack. So again, I think I said we wanted to start with the sweet stuff because of this. And I really wanted to see what that was like with the black velvet cake before we start getting into the spicy stuff. So, and I accidentally scrolled. I apologize to you. I own an electric Fender Stratocaster and 1 Gibson SG guitar. I know a few chords. Guitar is fun. Guitar is fun. I tried guitar. I didn't really take to guitar too much. But my brother, I have a brother that plays guitar. I have a brother that plays bass. I think I would like to play bass. I like the spaghetti from Jollibee's. I also like our French fries because they make them as soon as you order them. That can be a problem though. Like for instance, In-N-Out, they make them as soon as you order them. But what they do is they cut the French fries and they throw them right in the oil, which is the wrong way to make French fries because you have to either blanch them or twice fry them. Otherwise, it results in a starchy, pasty French fry, and that's why I don't like In-N-Out's French fries. So, but I don't recall. I don't think I got the French fries when I went to Jollibee. Aren't we doing quiz cards? Yes, we are, Peter. So I did not open the bag yet because we're gonna do a card first. Metallica is Peep This Out of heavy metal. That could be taken so many ways. It's pretty funny. Nirvana is the depressed version of Peep This Out. The local bluegrass band I go to see at Knott's does Sharp Dressed Man by ZZ Top, Rock and Roll All Night by Kiss, and Whiskey in a Jar. Interesting. Very, very interesting choice. Janice, I would say my favorite Kiss song is their version of Argent's God Gave Rock and Roll to You. I think is probably one of the best Kiss songs. I also like Detroit Rock City. Rock and Roll All Night, this is a rock and roll anthem. You kind of have to do that. But, you ever keep in touch with your old bandmates? Well, they're family members, so yes. Well, I take that back. My friend Larry Novak, who comes on every once in a while, we've been friends for since we were teenagers, and so I'm also in touch with him. He was the keyboard player, was always the keyboard player. But we've had different iterations of the band, and I'm in touch with most of them. So let's see. Metallica is not talented. They only had one good album. They have the potential to be talented, Amy. I think they hold back A documentary on the making of one of their albums, and the producer was like yelling at who's the guitarist for Metallica? I can't remember his name. Not the original guitarist. That was Dave Mustaine, but their second guitarist. And the guy was like yelling at him, goes, "You didn't do your homework," because he couldn't play the thing that they were trying to record and everything. So, yeah, Thin Lizzy is the Trippy Food of music. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm okay with Thin Lizzy. I guess it depends on the iteration. Probably certainly with Phil Lynott. It's not Thin Lizzy without Phil Lynott, and Gary Moore, I think, is my favorite lineup. What is your favorite drink that Sonic makes? I have not been to Sonic in a while, but I think, didn't they make like a raspberry lemonade or something like that? It's just been so a long time since I've had a drink from Sonic. The last drink I had from Sonic was when they had that pickle shake. I mean, a pickle, what is it? Pickle something I had. But I just did that because it was new. We could argue about music for hours. It's interesting you say that, Peter, because I had considered maybe even doing a separate channel where we can talk about other stuff besides food and travel, because we could literally talk about music for hours. So, or either that, or maybe we do a separate live stream where we do have subjects that we talk about that are not food or travel related. So I'm going to keep that in mind, Peter. Maybe we'll do something like that. I don't know if we could do it as Trippy Food. Might not make sense, but we'll see. We'll do something. Sonic, I have not been or plan to be in a Kiss cover band, but in a lot of the bands that I've been in, we have done Kiss covers. Okay, time for a card before we open our snack. Gotta keep me honest here. I mean, it's for show, but it helps if I hold it the right way, I think. The question is, what is the oldest commercially available candy in the world? I don't mean what is the oldest candy in the world, like what candy did they make in ancient times that they still make. I mean, what is the oldest commercially available candy in the world? Back burner, turn it down, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. I think, Janice, you just mentioned it. We got it covered. Val, you could collab with Rick Beato. That is true, Sonic, but not as Trippy Food. I like Rick Beato, and people say I look like him. That'd be fun if we collaborate, and people go like, "Oh my God, are they twins?" Music channel would be fun. It would be fun. The Trips, I think. Eric, or the Trips. That's the same thing. We should do something like that. Let me work on that. Let me work on figuring how to do that. I might just do like something in my name where we can do whatever we want. We might do that. So, compliment Val. Only Thin Lizzy with Phil and more. Yeah, I think so. I mean, personally, that lineup, I think. I'll get too angry if we do a music discussion, as you can see here, Amy. No, not really, because we're pretty open. Like I don't trash people or anything like that. And a lot of it has to do with musical taste. But you can't deny talent, right? I mean, there's some people who are like very, very talented, and you can't deny that they're talented, even though they might be in bands where they're not displaying that talent. The other thing is that some people are really, really good songwriters, and that's why they're popular. I would say like Bob Dylan, like Neil Young, like Tom Petty, but musically they're not. To me, they're not that talented. Certainly not great guitarists, not great harmonica players, not great singers. But they wrote great songs, and I think that's why they're as popular as they are. So, you can go in. Well, Sonic, we're not criticizing people. That's the thing. You say Amy can't handle criticizing. If you're criticizing Amy, and you shouldn't be criticizing Amy. You can state your opinion about music or about a particular band, but if you're directing that at Amy, the problem isn't Amy. The problem is you. So that's my opinion. So, music is a good test of one's level of tolerance. Yeah, it is. I think. What isn't? What really isn't? Go Drink was called the Pickle Rick drink. I think you're talking about the Pickle Rick seltzer. It's on that shelf there. So we did Pickle Rick seltzer. So, all right. So I asked the question. It's open bag. Exactly, Jesse. AC/DC is bad. Okay, so here's the thing about talent and entertainment, right? AC/DC, nobody in AC/DC were any kind of virtuoso, right? But some of their music is entertaining and fun. To me, that is all the stuff with Bon Scott. Like the thing about Brian Johnson is I can't stand his voice. He sounds like he's gargling with broken glass. I can't stand his voice. That looks like popcorn. I can't stand his voice. And some of the songs that they do are kind of basic. So I kind of like the old risque AC/DC with Bon Scott singing. That's just my opinion. That smells. It smells like maple, but I bet it doesn't have maple in it. I was going to turn it over to read the ingredients and then end up with a bunch of these in my lap. But let's see. Ingredients: organic corn, organic what? Sugar, organic cane sugar, organic corn, organic tapioca syrup, organic butter, organic maple syrup. Yeah, woohoo! Maple syrup. There's actually maple syrup in here. Cool. I hate fake maple stuff. But really, it looks like popcorn shrimp, doesn't it? I mean, seriously, look at that. It looks like popcorn shrimp. It has like a rice cake texture. What is the grain that they're using here? It definitely has a rice cake texture. It's corn, organic corn grits. What is a? Are we to believe the laws of physics cease to exist on top of your stove? Why does it take you 5 minutes when it takes the rest of the grit-eating world 20? There's a real strong maple syrup taste here. What do you use videos with for people that want to start making videos? What do you use videos with for people that want to start making videos? Are you the Faceless Gamer? Are you asking for advice for somebody who wants to start a video channel of how they would go about that? I'm not sure the way your question is worded. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I don't think any music is necessarily bad, but everyone has their own opinions and personal tastes. Life would be boring if we all like the same things. Exactly. I will give you a classic example of that theory in our travel and food world. So, like Cassandra, somebody said to me, I don't know why you do collaborations with Matt Zion. He doesn't like anything you like. And I'm like, yep, that's why. I'm like, what do you mean? I said, because there's contrast there, right? Would you enjoy watching a video with me doing a collaboration with somebody who I go, you know, it has a salty taste and it almost tastes like there's cinnamon there. Yeah, I agree. It has a salty taste and it almost tastes like there's cinnamon in there. I mean, what's the purpose of having two people in a video if you're going to do that, right? And so Matt and I like come from two planets. We get along very well, but we don't see eye to eye on certain things. There's certain things that he likes that I don't like. There's certain things that I like that he don't like. I mean, I'm talking about things like, I mean, just basic stuff like onions and tomatoes and and lettuce and things along those lines, right? But from a video standpoint, that contrast is very interesting because again, nobody wants to watch something where everybody likes the same thing or everybody doesn't like the same thing. No, nobody wants to see that. So, and we're not, and it's not. There's no pretense there. There's no pretense there. I mean, there's times where we both, like Matt says, well, if you take the lettuce off, it's delicious, or something along those lines. So, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a thumbs up. Maybe not like a giant enthusiastic thumbs up, but a thumbs up nonetheless. It has a really nice maple flavor to it, which is real maple. The texture's kind of weird. It's like a cross between popcorn and rice cakes, but it's a nice snack. It's really sweet. So, me personally, because I'm not like into sweets a lot, I couldn't eat a whole lot of that, but it's pretty good. So it's gonna get a thumbs up from me. Let's see, did I miss something? Are we still talking about music? It's okay. You'll throw that in there every once in a while. That's fine. just like everybody, like, again, have respect. Remember that it's a family-friendly channel. And we're good. Janice, you may like his solo stuff, nothing satanic. Who are we talking about? Oh, a few of the Ghost songs, and although you're not my cup of tea, the lead singer has a good voice. Yeah, there you go. Very, Janice, I would say he has an operatic voice. He sounds like he's singing opera. You know, like I would say with like maybe a low tenor, almost a baritone voice. He has a very dramatic voice, and he's in tune, and that's helpful. Because so much stuff I listen to, and it's like auto-tuned or flat, or there's no range or something. But yeah, I agree with you, Janice. It's hard to satisfy everyone on this planet. Sonic, it's damn near impossible. You can't do it. Don't even try. Don't try, because you can't do it. You cannot satisfy everyone on this planet. It's impossible. I like the videos where you and Matt review together. They are great for all the reasons you just described. Yeah, Nate, really, they're very interesting because we have two different views on it. A part of it is generational, right? I'm old enough to be, literally old enough to be Matt's father. And so there's that generational thing as well. But Nate, I don't recognize your name. I don't know if you are new to the room, but welcome. It's good to see you, or good to have you here. Hey, so Jeff Likas is also in the room. Hey from Beantown, Val. I'm a masshole myself. Thank you, Jeff. Welcome to the room. So everybody, please welcome Nate and Jeff Likas from the room. And Nate, where are you from? I don't recognize your name. Tell us where you're from. We don't need street addresses or anything. Just the closest metropolitan area is fine. Start your own restaurant, start your own rock band, make your own product, and show the world who's boss. Well, the problem with that, Sonic, is go to any renowned chef and say, what do you advise somebody who wants to start their own restaurant? Their advice is going to be, don't do it. So I have seen people in the restaurant industry. I have been in restaurants, in the back room in restaurants. I have seen the stuff they go through, and it is hell. It is not, and owning the restaurant and having to deal with stuff like COVID and irate patrons and people trying to sue you and Yelp and all that fun stuff. Yeah, restaurant business is like, you have to really, really love what you're doing. Start your own rock band. Well, too late for that. That happened decades ago. Make your own product and show the world who's boss. Well, I might do that, but I don't know what the product is right now. One of the reasons I love when you and Matt collab is you both have different opinions and are honest about it. It gives more of a well-rounded view. I agree. The Cassandra, I agree completely. Matt is so cool. Big fan. Justin. Oh, so am I. I'm a big fan of Matt's as well. Reckless eating, need to be watching you, Val. Well, no, the problem is that like Matt did a 12-hour live stream yesterday. I think it ended at 2 o'clock in the morning. I think he's doing a live stream today. I think maybe it starts around 3 o'clock or so. So, he's popped in every once in a while, but I think he streams 5 days a week, and I think he takes a couple of days off, but he's streaming most of the time, and so he doesn't have time to watch all the time. But it's okay. That's cool. Serge Tankian has a beautiful opera voice. Yeah, I suppose. Somebody also, Jeff Tate from Queensryche. He also has a very operatic voice. I think he actually studied opera. Thanks, Val. I recently subscribed because of your cameos with Matt. Val, I am from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oh, Ann Arbor. So, Nate, have you been to hell? Have you been to hell? I know people are thinking I'm crazy and everything, but Nate, have you been to hell? Let's take Val and Matt out to the Maury Povich show. Hours later, taking your DNA results, the results in you're Matt's father. No. If I got a phone call saying I think you're my father, I would know one way or another. I'm trying to think of the most family-friendly way to put this, but let's just say I know where Tiny Val has been. So, what type of video equipment and computer and video software do you use to make videos? That would take too long. I appreciate you are asking me. Faces Gaming, let's do this. I am happy to share that information with you, but it could take a while. So why don't you do this? Hit me up. Send me an email to val@trippyfood.com. Let me know that you're the Faceless Gamer, and I will exchange some information and try to help you out. How's that? Do you know Critical Eats Japan? I know of Critical Eats Japan because I subscribe to their channel and I watch their channel. But that's the only thing I know. I don't know them personally. I've been to Hell, great biker bar with great food. I try to remember. I must have eaten there. You know, it's always fun to go to the post office to see the dam on Hell Creek. You know, things along those lines. This is a cute little town. It's out in the middle of nowhere, out in the middle of the farming community. But it's so funny when you tell people that Hell, Michigan is this cute little place, and they're thinking like, why do they call it Hell? I don't know, because the creek is called Hell Creek. Who knows? But yeah, been to Hell. I've also been to Climax, Michigan, and Paradise, Michigan. Nate, have you been to Intercourse, Pennsylvania? My husband's face was in shock when he first met me, and I told him loved Psychobilly because he did too. We've been together since then. I like Psychobilly as well, and Hellbilly. I like Hellbilly music. I watched Matt for years, but I'm more dedicated to your live streams. You're a good pair, but your knowledge and opinions are always honest and refreshing. Well, again, that I think is one of the reasons that that it works when I'm on the We Go main shows, is because I kind of open Matt's eyes, and certainly anybody else who's doing it. I know that there's a lot of joking around about like, Val, you're so obscure, you get so obscure references and stuff like that. I think there's some stuff like that, but I think I do open their eyes to some interesting things that they might not know or might not have experienced before. A lot of those places that we go on the We Go main show are places that I've been before. Or some of them are places that I've always wanted to go that would just happen to work out that we're going there at the same time. So yeah, I think that's what makes the experience interesting, is that you know that there is some there's that type of interaction. So that's just me. Time for another card and snack. Thank you, Janice. So we're going to do our next sweet one because I'm really looking forward to seeing how that black velvet cake goes with this this beverage. Did I read? Yes, no, I did not. I did not read the answer to the last card. So the question, well, what is the oldest commercially available candy in the world? And the answer is, I got to scroll way back up for that. Let's see. Janice said Good and Plenty in 1893. Let's see what else we have. The Cassandra said Necco wafers. What else was there? Did I miss some stuff? It was like it's sandwiched in there between the Kiss and Metallica stuff. So the Cassandra and Necco wafers. Janice said Good and Plenty. I think that's it. Please tell me, you guys out there, tell me if I missed your thing, because again, everything's kind of blended in there and it's hard to see. The oldest commercially available candy in the world is, in fact, Necco wafers. So it beats Good and Plenty by probably about 50 years. It was, I think it was 1847 or somewhere around that they started making Necco wafers. Now technically, Necco, the company Necco, which is a New England confectionery company, went out of business. How long ago? Maybe 7 or 8 years ago. They went out of business, but other candy companies bought up what they were doing and are making their food. So Spangler is making Necco wafers again with the name Necco wafers. So technically, it's still being made. It's just not being made by Necco because Necco's not around anymore. But Spangler is making Necco wafers, which is the oldest commercially available candy in the world. So 10 points to those of you who answer that correctly. Write it down somewhere because I'm not keeping track. It's not a contest. Nobody wins. And nobody loses. That's the cool thing. All right, I scrolled up. Did I miss anything? Let's see. Going down for lunch, having Persian kebab. That sounds good. So food taster, let us know how that is if you come back, if we catch you before you go. Be right back. Got to bring the dog out. Mine's right here. Have a good lunch. Okay, cool. So we're going to try our torta negra envinada. I think I'm saying that right, which is black velvet cake. I'm looking forward to this because I like black velvet cake. Again, it's prepackaged and everything. I don't know how good it's going to be, but we're going to try. It's hot today. It is bloody hot today. It's probably like in the high 80s, I think. I have the fan going. I'm not in a room facing the sun, so not too hot, but I'm warm. I'm definitely warm. Time to read a card. And the question is, what is the bean belt? Again, the question, what is the bean belt? So I'm going to put that on. I'm going to put that on the front burner, and I'm going to turn that on high. How about that? And hope it doesn't burn. It's 95 degrees here with a heat index of 106. Well, you do live in Texas, John King. That was the one thing about when I lived in Austin. The summers were brutal. Brutal. And it's going to be summer in what, 2 weeks? Next week? Is it next week? Or 2 weeks? 2 weeks. It's going to be 2 weeks. It's going to be summer. Everywhere it's going to be summer. Yeah, I'll tell you what. 1 second. Give me 1 second here. It is right now, right here on this very stage in Southern California. It is anytime now. It is 88 degrees and there is an excessive heat watch. I don't know why there's an excessive heat watch. Maybe it's supposed to get hotter. It's supposed to hit 89 today, 88 tomorrow, Monday 94. Oh, that's why. Tuesday it's supposed to hit 103 degrees. Fun. How much fun can we stand? Have you ever did any collaboration with Ken? I assume you mean Ken Domick. I have not done a collaboration with Ken Domick. The hard part about that is Ken doesn't make a lot of stuff. Like my collaboration with the Trips was easy because we made something together. I don't know that Ken does a whole lot of that. My understanding is that Ken at some point in time is going to come here to Southern California, and when he comes to Southern California, we will probably do a collaboration with him. He does a lot of the same stuff, the fast food stuff and everything. So, but the problem is in Canada we can't get the same things that he can get in Canada. So if he comes out here to Southern California, I think we will probably do some sort of collaboration with Ken. Thank you for asking. Hi, Snorkel. Oh, Snorkel came in the room. I missed Snorkel. So late, but I'm glad I can catch a stream. We're at 2:21. We have like maybe just over 40 minutes left, and I got 3 snacks left. I gotta get moving on it. I gotta get moving. We got sidetracked with this whole musical discussion, but it's a good discussion, and I think we need to find a venue for doing stuff like that. So, all right. So I read the card. We are going to eat this torte. The company is Las Negras Reposteria. It is black velvet cake, torta negra envenenada, and the company is from Medellin, Colombia. A very, very beautiful city, very green city. A little bit humid, but a very green city. One of the few cities I've actually been to in Colombia: Medellin, Bogota, Tocancipá, Raquira, Villaleva, a handful of cities. Ooh, it smells so rich. It smells cocoa-y. Let's see. Let's look at the ingredients, shall we? The ingredients are, where are the ingredients? Ready for consumption. So, just so that you don't have to bake it. Why am I not seeing ingredients? Oh, they're in Spanish. Nope, they're not. Wheat flour, vegetable fat, brevas, which are, what are brevas? Brevas are figs. There's figs in there. Raisins, nuts, almond, natural color, vanilla, cinnamon, orange, ponque. I'm not sure what ponque is. Natural spice. Habla en español? Anybody? Ponque. I'm not sure what that is. Cinnamon, natural spice, cinnamon powder. This product contains eggs and nuts. Okay, cool. All right. So here it is, this kind of dark block of cake. Let's give this a shot. Now, again, I have had home-baked torta negra, and it's very moist. I'm not sure what they put in it. I'm not sure if it's milk. I'm not sure if it's kind of alcohol or something. It makes it really moist. This one isn't as moist. It's a little bit drier. There's something that tastes like cloves in there. There's like this taste of cloves in there. I didn't see it on the ingredients, but there might be some cloves in there. It has that kind of clove spice that with a little bit of bite to it. Definitely taste the raisins. It's just a little bit drier, I think, than all the other ones I've had. Let's take another bite. It tastes like it might have too much cocoa powder that's still in powder form. Glad you're back, Firefly. And good to see you, Scott Mansfield. Glad you could join us. I'm going to give this a thumbs in the middle, only because I've been spoiled by like homemade version of this that's really, really good. And this one's just kind of dry. Not that it's bad, it's just kind of dry. But I'll bet you, and I do like that. I do like that cinnamon, nutmeg kind of clove kind of spiciness to it. I'm going to wash it down a little bit of this. That's good. Scott, typically that kind of cake would not be warmed up. You would eat that kind of cake cold. So you would not eat that. You would not eat that kind of cake hot. It's one that's meant to be served, well, room temperature, I think, but not, not chilled, but room temperature. With ice cream. Ice cream would be nice on that. Again, not something too crazy. Maybe like a vanilla bean. That would go good with that. So yeah. Again, thumbs in the middle, but only because I've had the homemade version that's like outstanding, and just quite kind of doesn't live up to it. I'm not surprised it's a prepackaged one. Like I said, it's a little bit dry. Maybe there's problems with packaging something moist like that, where that moisture might, mold or something in a prepackaged thing. But it's good. It's just not amazing or anything. So thumbs in the middle, I think, on that. Val, have you ever reviewed Baskin Robbins? No. Only because at the end of the day, it's just another ice cream place. And now, if Baskin Robbins had an unusual flavor that nobody else had, I would definitely review that. So, Sonic, if you know of a Baskin Robbins that has some unusual flavor that nobody's ever had, like kumquat or durian, I would be more than happy to review Baskin Robbins. Other than that, it's just an ice cream place. Mass-produced ice cream place as well. It's not like they're making the ice cream on site. There are much, much better, like Salt and Straw, where they're making the ice cream there, and it's just outstanding. That's my thing. Now, Sonic, I see you like saying huevos rancheros tapatio sauce. I don't know if you mean on the cake or we're just answering to somebody else. Justin Reeves, you are a new sub. Well, welcome to the room, Justin Reeves. It is good to have you here. You will be welcome in the community. Most people are pretty cool. So just as a reminder, as a new subscriber, if you've never watched the stream before, is that we make an attempt at being family friendly. So we keep our references limited to something that's family friendly. Double entendre, we let slip, and we watch our language. But we do that because, like I said, I have grandchildren that like to watch the live stream, and so we try to keep it family friendly. So that's just my rule, I suppose, and then anything under that goes. And try to be nice to other people. Right? Try to have respect for other people. Not all of us have the same views. Now, maybe none of us do. But at least try to have some respect for other people's views that differ than ours. And don't be rude. So, so what did I miss? Put peanut butter on it. That might work. Peanut butter might work on it. It's not traditional, but it might work. Ponque is Colombian pound cake. That's weird because they list it as an ingredient. That is so weird. Okay, obviously I haven't had that either. Let's answer our question. So the question was, what is the bean belt? Now I got to scroll all the way back up there. Let's see. We're talking about fans. Peter Griffin says something about coffee beans. Yeah, that's correct. It is something about coffee beans. Let's see what else. Janice Yamanaka said, the bean belt is the areas in which they can grow coffee plants from the Tropic of Cancer to the Tropic of Capricorn. Lynn 81 said, where most coffee is made. John King says the bean belt is a horizontal strip across the globe. You are all absolutely correct. The bean belt is the area in which coffee will grow, but it grows in a limited area. So if you imagine the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer, those are lines that go across the globe near the equator. I don't remember which one's on the top and which one's on the bottom, but you have your equator, and then an equal distance above it is one, either the Tropic of Capricorn or Cancer, and then underneath it is the other one, either the Tropic of Capricorn or Cancer. And then somewhere in that area with the equator in the middle is the bean belt, and that's where the best coffee in the world grows, or that's where the conditions are right for growing coffee. So absolutely correct. I'm going to stick that back in the deck. And let's see, now we're going to start to get into our savory and spicy and salty snacks. Snorkel, there is a Salt and Straw in downtown Disney. There's also one on Abbot Kinney in Venice. But there's a bunch of them up in Portland where they start, where Salt and Straw started. So I had the rare privilege of being able to live where there were 3 Salt and Straws, because that's where they started. So let's see. Let's do the Sabritones. The Sabritones. We'll do these next. And again, these are Sabritones, chili and lime flavored. They are from Sabritas is the company. They are an affiliation. They are affiliated with Lay's, and they are from Mexico. So we're going to do these next. So that requires reading another card. So the question is, what is a travel question? We don't get those a lot. A travel question. What is the tallest building in the world? Extra points if you can say, hey, how tall it is. What is the tallest building in the world? And just a hint, it is no longer the Empire State Building. Okay, so Sabritones, chili and lime. And again, these were suggested by John King, who I think is still out there. He is still out there, because he's the one that just said put peanut butter on that cake. And he suggested that we eat this with bean dip. So we do have our Fritos hot bean dip, not just the regular bean dip, the hot bean dip. And we're going to put some private selection raspberry and chipotle pepper salsa on that. Yeah, I think we'll open this one from the bottom. Being associated with Lay's is already a strike against. For the most part, I'm trying to think of when the last time I had it. I did have like Pringles. My attitude about Lay's is the same as with Pringles, is that they don't always they kind of miss the boat when it comes to matching the flavor that it's supposed to be. But sometimes they hit it okay. But most times they don't. I would say the Lay's in other countries are better. The Lay's from Asian countries are usually much better than the Lay's in the U.S. Ooh, it has a nice satisfying smell to it. Take a look at that. These seem to be light and airy. They have skin and fat on them, but they don't look as crunchy as ones that have the skin on them. They do have that powder, of that kind of brown powder on that. Wow. Holy cow. Man, that lime, that is really strong. That is really sour. That was a really strong lime. So they are chicharrones. Technically, yes, because they're pork skins, but texturally and flavor-wise, not really, Scott. Those are really lime heavy. Now, somebody, I can't recall who it is, but you speak up and let me know who it was, said that they're kind of like Captain Crunch, where they tear apart the roof of your mouth. These ones, not so much. These ones kind of, if you leave these on your tongue, these will dissolve. They're light and airy. Now, it's chili and lime. I'm mostly getting lime, so the chili is subtle. The lime's overpowering it. Yeah, I kind of wish it was the other way around. Maybe the lime a little bit more subtle and the chili a little bit stronger. It's not a hot chili. But let's try it with a bean dip, as was suggested. So this is Frito brand. Oh, and it's Frito-Lay's. The chips are from Frito-Lay, so that works out well. Frito brand bean dip. Oh my God, it looks like cat food, or pate, or Spam or something. That is some weird consistency and a weird color. I would think bean dip would be darker, but maybe it's pinto beans or something. I don't know. How do I going to do this? I don't want to just dip that in there. I know. I'm going to use the tiniest spoon in the world, and I'm going to spoon some of it on there. That's what I'm going to do. Were those beans grown in the bean belt? No lower than the bean belt. I don't know where the beans are from, to be honest with you. Is that enough dip? Probably. Wow. That bean dip really tames the lime. It really does. It really tames the lime. Now, I got the hot one, which is good because these ones seem to lack heat on the chilies. And so having the heat from the bean dip is kind of nice. So, John King, and I say John King because we do have other Johns in the room. John King, I think I'm going to agree with you. I think they're better with the bean dip. I think they should be eaten with the bean dip. I think by themselves, not so much. I think with the bean dip, I think that definitely helps them. So, because you suggested it with the bean dip, I'm going to give the duo a thumbs up. By itself, I'm going to give it a thumbs. I'm going to give it a thumbs down. I'm going to give it a thumbs down because the chili's not strong enough, and that lime is just so overpowering. You could just call them lime-flavored crisps. Also, really weird texturally for a chicharron. Just really weird texture for a chicharron. I do like the heat that this bean dip brings to it. Adds a bean to it. With the bean dip, thumbs up. Without the bean dip, thumbs down. So, but we do also have our raspberry chipotle pepper salsa from Private Selection. I'm going to try that. It's kind of a weird smell. It's a smell I don't recognize. And I like to think that I recognize a lot of smells. All right, here we go. I'm going to have to spoon this as well. I mean, I don't have to spoon it. I just don't want it to fall apart in the salsa, so I can use the salsa for other stuff. Here we go. Ooh. Wow. Now, because of the raspberry flavor in there, and raspberry's kind of tart anyways, it kind of subdues the lime a little bit. Because it is also chipotle, it brings a little bit more of the heat back. It is a really unusual salsa, though. This is a salsa that I would put on meat, like maybe even lamb. I would put this on lamb, I think. Like a strong flavored meat to kind of sweeten it a little bit. And we'll use that on that. I really like that dip. No, I'm sorry, salsa. Wow, and the raspberry comes in. You really, really taste the raspberry, and it tames down that lime. So, with the bean dip, thumbs up. With this, thumbs up. I don't know which I like better though. They both have different qualities and everything. I think I like them just about the same. And then by themselves, thumbs down. So there we are. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Sorry, I missed it. How was the cake with the beer? The cake was a little bit dry, so the beer helped, I think, the Cassandra. I was a little bit disappointed in the cake because usually when I have that, it's a lot moister, and that one is kind of dry. But I understand why, because they have to prepackage it, and who knows how long it's going to be on the shelf. It's a cake that doesn't last very long because it's usually pretty moist. So there we go. It was a good experience, but like I said, John King, thank you so much, because like with the dip, I think I like it a lot better because I had it with the dip, with the bean dip. I think a lot better. Ooh, and there's like a residual burn there too. That's nice. I can feel that something's really strong. Might be in the chipotle. I can't tell. Scott Mantel, I approve of the jerk chicken and the chili mangoes lays. I do not approve of the summer BLT lays. I agree with Janice completely. The jerk chicken I thought was maybe a little bit too light. So it didn't really have, when you're eating jerk chicken, it's really it really has those Caribbean spices in it. And I thought the jerk chicken lays did not. The chili mango, it definitely had a mango flavor, which I thought was like unusual for lays. They don't usually hit the mark there. But the summer BLT lays, they just should have called it summer LT lays, because there was no bacon flavor in it whatsoever. None. Maybe a little bit of slight bit of smokiness, but no bacon flavor whatsoever. So that was, yeah, we did a review. You can watch the review. Yes, sir, Brother Val, that lime flavor is crazy kick, but bean dip saves your taste from dying out. Yeah, John, it's a very good combination. Very good combination. Thank you for the suggestion. All right, so back to our question. See, I'm holding the card reversed backwards. So the question was, what is the tallest building in the world? And the answers were, let's see, how far back do I have to go? John King says the tallest building is in Paris, France. It is not. Tom, old guy in Colorado, said Kumquat Towers in El Segundo. I have to laugh when I think of El Segundo. There's two things. One is that song, I left my wallet in El Segundo. I worked in El Segundo for a while, so it makes it funnier. Is that song, I left my wallet in El Segundo. But the thing I always remember about El Segundo is Fred Sanford, who used to talk about wine. He goes, made in the beautiful vineyards of El Segundo. So that's why El Segundo just makes people laugh. But Kumquat Towers in El Segundo, it is not the world's tallest building, but it is the world's funnest building. Let's see, do we have anybody else? Let's see. Any other guesses? Janice Yamanaka said the Burj Khalifa at 2,716.5 feet. She is absolutely correct. It is Dubai's Burj Khalifa at 2,716.5 feet tall. So, Janice, 20 points for you. We're going to add that to your current score of 0, because everybody has a 0 score. And we're going to immediately take that off as well. So everybody is on the same level playing field. We have one snack left and plenty of time, so we're good. I did rate that right. Thumbs down, but thumbs up with the dip. Odd how that works out, but that was the recommendation that that John King made. So he was absolutely right. Did I miss anything here? I heard there's a blueberry cheese spread at Trader Joe's. A blueberry cheese spread with the blueberry mixed in with the cheese, or a spread for cheese? Which one is that? A PhD in kumquatology. At Boba Time in LA, they have a kumquat and peach iced tea. I'm going to have to check that out, Snorkel. Let's see. We found a great raspberry jalapeno jack cheese. That does sound good. Stop Googling the answers. No. Oh, okay. So Peter Griffin, in case there's another Peter out there, I don't know. But I will review the rules for you for this. The rules are, we ask the question. Now, if you know the answer to the question, throw it out there. If you want to take a guess at the question, throw it out there. If you want to look it up and then throw it out there, throw it out there. So really, we have no rules, and that's okay. Because Peter, my philosophy is that even if you Google the answers and throw it out there, you're learning something, and other people who might not know or might have the wrong answer, they're learning something, right? So that's why I don't have a problem with people looking it up. I even suggest it sometimes. So, and we're not keeping points. So nobody wins and nobody loses. So there we go. So Peter Griffin, Janice Yamanaka should feel free to Google the answers. You can Google them as well, and maybe you'll be the first one to get that answer out there. Maybe that's what it is. Off to work. See you guys. Well, thank you for Drew. Thank you, Drew Horst, for making Trippy Food a part of your Saturday afternoon. We will see you soon, I hope. Thank you, Janice, for reiterating what I just said. Let's see. The Saturday fruit and pepper blends. Oh. Okay. Next, try out stale breads. Why would I do that, John? Why would I do that? You mean try out croutons? That's what crouton is, right? Stale bread. If you want to say kumquats, throw it out there. Yes, Tom, because that never stopped you. Ronan Hyrox. Ronan Hyrox is you're not too late. We have 15 minutes left and one snack left. But you're always welcome. Ronan, forgive me if I don't recall seeing you in the chat previously. If you are new to the chat, please remind me where you were from. You don't have to give a street address. Just the closest metropolitan area will work just fine. Did you ever get that campechano, Val? I did, Sterner Kitchen. There's a place local here that does it. So, I mean, I was jonesing for it, but, you know, there's nothing like a good campechano. And I'm trying to remember where I had the best campechano. I think it was at Taco Nazi, but I can't remember, not Taco Nazi. Taco Nazi, I think is how it's pronounced. That was probably one of the best campechanos I had. And they're in the valley. Not this valley, San Gabriel Valley. I think they're out there. Kumquats is always the right answer. You can never go wrong with kumquats. That's right. I'm from Binghamton, New York. I've been to Binghamton, New York. My story about Binghamton, New York, I was working, traveling and working, and I was in Binghamton, New York. And while I was in Binghamton, then I stayed at the Holiday Inn. And also, the Holiday Inn was right across the street from the Broome County Arena. And playing at the Broome County Arena either that night or the next day, I can't remember, was Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So Crosby, Stills, and Nash were staying in the same hotel as me. There was nothing else to do in Binghamton at night, so I just hung out at the bar where they were doing trivia night. And I think by the end of the night, David Crosby and I were doing trivia in the bar. So that's my Binghamton, New York story, and I'm sticking with it. Or review different enchiladas. You know what I might do, because, you know, enchiladas is kind of a tough thing. You would have to go to different restaurants to try really good enchiladas, or make them yourselves. But they make canned enchiladas, and canned enchiladas sounds horrible and frightening. And I might actually do that. I might review canned enchiladas. I might do that. No taco for you. Come back 1 year. Exactly, Scott. Taco Nazi. Are you a UFC fan? Not really, Justin. I don't watch UFC. I don't know if I've watched any UFC at all. Every once in a while, if somebody has it on, I'll sit watch it and everything, but I won't go out of my way to watch it. You should make your own hot dogs. That I've seen hot dogs made. My friend Anshu from Exotic Meat Markets, I've seen him make hot dogs. It is not an easy process. It's a lot of work. I'm not prepared to do that kind of work. Yes, the Hormel canned enchilada. I agree, Scott Mansfield. I think that is worthy of a review. I think you are. All right, so we're going to do our last snack, but before we do, let's ask another question. And the question is, let's see. Let me get rid of these questions I've already asked so they don't confuse me. There we go. The question is, what is commonly... I have to pick up the card and pretend I'm reading off of it. What is commonly used to create umami? Umami being savory flavor. What is commonly used to create umami? That goes on the middle burner. There is no middle burner, but that's going to go on the middle burner anyways. And we're not going to turn the heat on at all, not even low or anything, because it'll take the heat from the other burners together. I'm smoking my ghost pepper sausage for my stream tonight. Are you using a pipe or are you rolling it? That was the smoking joke. Never mind. Smoking my ghost pepper sausage for my stream tonight. Hope to see you all there. Oh, yes. So just a reminder that Tom, old guy in Colorado, his live stream, his Saturday live stream starts at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. He's in Mountain Time. That's why I say Mountain Time. 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. I can't translate for everybody what those times are, but it's 2 hours after the show ends. So please be sure you check that out. Go over to his channel. Also, Jackie Haro, I don't know. I haven't seen her on today, but she also does a Saturday night stream. Reckless Eating does a Saturday stream. I think they might start at 3. So you could go check some out. Say some. Toms usually aren't too long. Toms are usually like an hour to an hour and a half. He doesn't usually do too much and everything, but they go by really quickly. They're entertaining and everything. I recommend Tom's. But like I said, check out the other ones as well. Check out Jackie Hurrow's. You fellow Canadians, am I pronouncing her name right? Jackie Hurrow. I've never heard her say her last name, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I think it's Hurrow. It's Heraux or something along those lines. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or not. I think I am. But she does a live stream on Saturday nights as well. And Reckless Eating does too. If anybody else does, please let me know. Okay, people are answering the question. Let's go ahead and open our snack. And our snack is Pepe's El Original Estilo Casero Tiritas Homestyle Pork Cracklin strips, red pepper seasoned. And again, we could not decide what kind of red pepper. They just said red pepper. Because it's seasoned, opening it from the bottom. Oh my God, I haven't watched Cult Moo in a long time. I don't think Cult Moo has done any videos in a while. I think with COVID and everything, because they have a tendency to get their folks together from a distance and everything. I don't think Cult Moo has done any videos in a while. I'm not sure. The Cassandra Stoner Kitchen and Amy Cape. That has a weird smell. It smells like fried fish, like fish sticks. It almost has a fish stick smell. Let's find out what red pepper this is. Now, these are not chicharron, so I wasn't, really wasn't expecting it to have that chicharron texture, but these are chicharron, and they do have that texture. Oh my God, that is not chili pepper. I mean, let's see, what is that? It's a little stronger bite than cayenne, but not quite ghost. I don't think it's going to be habanero because habaneros aren't red. Well, it might be the red Savina. No, red Savina is the red Savina a scorpion or is that a Scotch bonnet? I do like the texture. These are like Captain Crunch. These will chew up your mouth like there's no tomorrow. These have a really strong bite of red pepper. They don't really advertise that there's other flavors in there. They just say red pepper flavor. So, I'm not expecting it to have anything else. It's not a chipotle. It's not. There's no smoky taste to it. Got a little powder on that. So, on its own, I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. That's a nice spicy snack. I like the spice on that. It delivers on the heat. It kicks it up. So, I'm going to oblige Scott Mansfield, and we're going to try that with the dips. When I get to eat the first time, the madness will stop. No, Tom, don't. Do not stop the madness. I will be disappointed. Even after you try kumquats, I will be disappointed if you stop the madness. That madness is, it's you. It's your signature thing. It goes with you, and you can't separate those things. It's like taking off Superman's cape. You need to keep the kumquat thing going. So even after you have it, Tom, keep it going. All right, so we're going to try it first with the dip. Oh, is Stoner on his way out? Where did I see that? I see somebody saying goodbye to him, but I didn't see him saying goodbye. Oh, have a good weekend, everyone. Don't hang up. Nice notice reference there, Stoner. Have a great weekend, and thank you for joining us today. That's nice with the bean dip. Now, the thing is, the bean dip, because it's hot bean dip, really kicked up the heat on the Sabritones. Not so much on these, because these ones are spicy anyways. This kind of mellows that, actually, and then you get more of the flavor of the bean. The bean comes out more in this than the heat does, as it did with the Sabritones. It depends what you put it on. It's just so fascinating. All right, so I am going to lid that. I should have tried the bean dip by itself. What did I do with our salsa? Our private selection raspberry and chipotle salsa. Fruity, fiery. We'll try that. Man, that's a big one. Again, I'll let that double entendre slide. There we go. That's seismic ASMR there. You know what? This one doesn't work so much with this. The raspberry flavor gets lost, and the salsa is like non-existent. I mean, the heat from the chipotle is non-existent. I'm going to say it's nice with the bean dip, not so much with the raspberry chipotle on its own. Thumbs up. There we go. All right. Now, a question. What is commonly used to create... Now, I don't have napkins here, and I need... Oh, hang on. There we go. Off camera. For your enjoyment. Or not lack of enjoyment. The question was, what is commonly used to create umami, which is savory? And I got mushrooms. Let's see. Will we ever see you eat a hot dog with ketchup, Stoner? No, you won't. I don't think you will. Unless I'm doing something with somebody else on somebody else's channel and they put ketchup on. I have eaten hot dogs with ketchup on it as one of the ingredients, like our Super Perro, which is the Colombian street hot dog. They put ketchup on it, so there's ketchup on that hot dog. That's in that video. But I'm not going to intentionally put ketchup on a hot dog. So, you know, and if it comes on it, and it's a weird hot dog, then yeah. But that's the only time. Janice says mushrooms, monosodium glutamate, or MSG, and yeast extract. John King says sunflower seeds. Ronan Hirox says mushrooms, I think. Tom says kumquats and mushrooms together in a blender. Lynn81 says tomatoes and mushrooms. Snorkel says miso paste. The Cassandra says maybe bird's eye chili, but I think she was guessing on the red pepper from that one. I think they're mostly correct. The most common one is MSG, monosodium glutamate. Hang on, sneeze coming. I think. Nope, we headed up that one off the pass. I think the most common one is MSG, but those other ones are used as well. Especially mushrooms. Mushrooms is definitely used for all mine, but most common one is MSG, in fact. So you're all right and you're all wrong, and it doesn't matter. And so yeah, there it is. So we're at 2:58 p.m. Mustard and sauerkraut is the way to go for hot dogs. Yeah, I agree that, Cassandra. That's my go-to, but I like to change it up every once in a while. Sometimes I'll put like chopped habaneros on it and mix that with the dill relish. You know, for a Chicago hot dog, you gotta eat it the way a Chicago hot dog is done. Sometimes I like to put the cortito, which is like that pickled cabbage and carrots and what is the other thing? And jalapenos. I like that you use for on top of pupusas. I like to put that on it. So I like to change it up. So, all right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to put everything together. It's 2:59. We might go a little bit over. I don't care as long as you guys don't care. Maybe a few minutes. Yeah, it's not a big deal. So we're going to take one of these Pepe's El Original cracklins. We are going to take Simple Truth organic maple pecan baked puffs that look like little fried crayfish. We are going to take one of these Sabritones. Let's put that on the bottom. And we're going to take some of that black velvet cake. I don't know why, but we're going to do it anyway, because that's what we do. Put the Sabritones on a hamburger. That might work. I mean, I put chips on a sandwich, so why not, right? That might work. And you know what? I'm going to put some of the bean dip on there. I'm not going to put the other salsa on there, but I will put some of the bean dip on there. Right on top of that cake. No, let's put it on the side here. There we go. Doesn't that look good? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nope. The cake trashes everything. It's good, but it trashes everything. That sweetness of the cake, it just trashes everything. It has no business being on that combo. So that's a big thumbs down. That's trash right there. That's what that is. Did I ask a question? I didn't ask a question. We just did that. We didn't ask a question. That's okay. Tom, that's okay. We are getting ready to go as well. So there we have it. End of our stream. It is 3:01 p.m. I don't even have to look at the clock on the wall. I know there's 3:01 p.m. So we've gone 1 minute over. Not a big deal. But we had a great lively crowd here. I think we had a big crowd here. We had a lot of people. There were some people that we see on a regular basis that we did not see today, but we also had some new people in the room, and it was a lot of fun. So I love the interactiveness. Interactiveness? Is that even a real word? I love how it's interactive. It was enjoyable interacting with you and with this community. I just love this community, and please show other people in the community that have channels. Janice Yamanaka, Tom, Old Guy in Colorado, Wander Wisely. Show them some love as well. Make sure you subscribe to their channels. Make sure you watch their videos and click on that like button, because it really does help them. So let's support our community here. I don't see any problems with doing this next week. Anytime something has to be rescheduled, I will let you know well in advance. But we should see you here, same bat time, same bat channel. So all of you, please enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you on the flip side. But remember that it's crazy out there. So please take care of yourselves. Please take care of others, and we will see you soon. Goodbye, everybody.